Trades. In the NBA, they can shake the whole landscape, change what we once thought was possible. The Warriors just traded D'Angelo Russell, Jacob Evans, Omari Spellman to the Timberwolves for Andrew Wiggins and a couple of picks. And while D'Angelo Russell gets paired up with Karl-Anthony Towns, the more unknown and interesting situation is Wiggins with Curry, Thompson, and Green. But how does this all work out, and why is this actually good? What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. Yeah, this actually happened. Devin Booker definitely is hurt right now.
It should have been me, not him!
And with all the Andrew Wiggins is the next Harrison Barnes jokes, I really want to get to the bottom of why this trade is so much more than that. Drop a like for how many players got traded in the NBA. 5,781. Yeah, new TikTok is up. And to the 2.05 million people that watch my videos that still aren't subscribed, come on, Wiggins is on the Warriors now, so please subscribe and also turn on notifications to all so you don't miss these videos. D'Angelo Russell was the consolation prize for the Warriors in the sign and trade with the Nets. It allowed the Nets to free up necessary cap space and also give the Warriors something in return for KD instead of just having him walk away for nothing. D'Angelo was always an interesting player to be on the Warriors. He's only 23, so he's far from his prime. He was just an all-star last year, and as a 6'5" guard, there was a lot of potential Russell learning from Curry and Klay. But there was always the question of fit alongside Curry and Klay. The main caveat with this was that the Warriors got a younger player with potential in a situation where they were about to get nothing. It felt like the Warriors were just playing my league at that point. They're cheating! So now they got Andrew Wiggins, who is a polarizing player. A guy who's in this gray zone where he's not bad, he's not great, he's just good, with so much more promise on a really expensive contract, maybe the worst contract in the league. Let's get this straight though, the Warriors know that their current season is lost. Curry will eventually come back, but there's no chance they even make the playoffs. Curry said he thinks it'll be the Bucks and Lakers in the finals, so basically a lost season. So the main focus for the Warriors is to build a team for next season while managing to stockpile assets for the future. Curry is almost 32 years old, Klay is turning 30 tomorrow, Draymond Green is turning 30 in less than a month, and so the window for these players is definitely dwindling. At the same time, these three still have peak years left and the Warriors want to maximize those years. So they get Andrew Wiggins out of a situation where they were going to lose KD for nothing and perhaps more importantly, the Timberwolves first round pick in 2021 that's only top 3 protected. Remember, the Timberwolves are only 3 games ahead of the Warriors with the 4th worst record in the league. They've lost 13 straight. So the Warriors could end up with the #1 pick with their own pick this year and a top 5 pick with the Timberwolves in the future, all which become either young talent for the future or tradable assets. Andrew Wiggins is about to turn 25 years old and has multiple seasons of averaging 20 plus points, but we all know that he's still not fulfilling his potential. The Timberwolves is a franchise that has not been the best environment. We've seen how environment plays a big role in a player's development. Look at D'Angelo Russell, who went from looking out of sorts on the Lakers and their frenzy,
Help me!
to becoming an all-star on the Nets. There was the whole Jimmy Butler saga, Tom Thibodeau. The Timberwolves haven't had a winning season without Kevin Garnett. The Warriors have been a great organization that for the past 7 to 8 years has really been getting the most out of their players. Wiggins is super happy to be going on the Warriors, check his IG. That's huge for a guy who hasn't seemed as motivated. Also, the Warriors legit trade away other role players like Alec Burks and Glenn Robinson for 3 second-round picks, which means the Warriors really are going to be worse this season. They've stockpiled assets and can make a push next year if they need to acquire star star players. With all the draft picks they have, this is basically a one-year rebuild, but with injured star players like the Spurs did when they got Tim Duncan as the #1 pick. So now on to the basketball side of things, where people think Wiggins is basically a Harrison Barnes in the Warriors system, especially since Wiggins is not a knockdown shooter, but that's just wrong. Did the Warriors not just have Durant on their roster? The guy that was isolating to the point of annoying Steve Kerr. Curry, Klay, and Green all gave up touches and usage so that Durant would be able to operate in the offense. Durant just averaged 28.2% usage rate in his 3 years on the Warriors, while Harrison Barnes was fulfilling a role and getting a usage rate around 16%. Now, do I think Andrew Wiggins will have the same usage as Kevin Durant? Heck no, but the offense has room to give Wiggins his touches, especially with Andre Iguodala gone. The Warriors need more ball handlers besides Curry and Green. It's what allows the Warriors to run a lot of these off-ball actions with Curry and Klay, and Wiggins can actually do that. He has emerged as a primary ball handler this season, at times running the point guard for Timberwolves with some success, which is more than what Harrison Barnes can do for the Warriors. Wiggins focused on ball handling this offseason and saw film on how James Harden can break down defense with his handling. I don't think Wiggins has that yet, but it's a focus and it's improving. And this isn't a roast of Harrison Barnes. Barnes was a solid 3-point shooter that could also slash while he was on the Warriors. Yes, he didn't do well in the finals, but that's a different case. While Wiggins isn't that great of a 3-point shooter, he's not going to just be standing in the corner waiting for the ball. On top of that, he can be that guy that can run heavy with the second unit and stagger Curry and Wiggins minutes, but at the same time, still play them together in important stretches. The Warriors get a small forward that they needed that can make open threes, but is also just a scorer. He's nowhere near the level KD is, but Wiggins still has room to improve. Remember, Steve Nash is still the player development consultant for the Warriors. Wiggins, who looked up to Nash since both of them are from Canada, will definitely learn from Nash, so the culture for Wiggins is set up for him to really advance. Can we talk about how Wiggins benefits from being surrounded by Curry and Klay? As a slasher, he will have all the space in the world to operate. That's a lot better than this.
Bruh.
If defenses decide to bring help defense, Wiggins has already shown this season that he can make open passes, but most likely defenses won't help off of Curry and Klay, which means Wiggins is going to have one-on-one coverage and probably not against the best primary defender of the team. And with no one really at Wiggins' position on the Warriors, he's their main small forward, which allows Klay to play more of his natural position at the 2. Everyone on the Warriors can really play their natural positions, and all they're really missing is that center. Wiggins in the fast break is also another option, especially with the way Klay and Curry space the lane in the fast break. He's automatically the most athletic player the Warriors have, and as of right now, Wiggins has a 9.3% frequency for the fast break, which is somewhere around 250th in the league. But in terms of percentile, Giannis is in the 53.5 percentile for fast break, Wiggins is 51.5, and Westbrook is 26.9. And so now with the Warriors, Wiggins can really take advantage of that and increase his frequency, leading to a lot more easier buckets and probably an increase in his field goal percentage. Defense, on the other hand, is where Wiggins definitely needs to improve. If he even becomes an above average defender, which he has all the tools for, he makes this team insane. But that's a big if. Everyone shoots a higher percentage from everywhere on Wiggins.
Oh, come on, man.
For all the positives, there's also one really big risk. The big risk in this trade comes with Wiggins' contract. His contract still has 3 seasons left after this year, averaging more than $30 million a season. That's a huge contract to someone who's not proven that he's a star. Wiggins still hasn't even been an all-star yet, so the Warriors are really banking on the fact that Wiggins pans out. The one plus that minimizes a worst-case scenario with Wiggins not not being a star is that the Warriors still have that draft pick from the Timberwolves. If it falls in the top 3, then they will have the 2022 first round pick. Wiggins shouldn't get worse than what he has shown, and he'll be 28 when the contract is up, but it does tie up a lot of money during the remaining core years of the Warriors. You don't want to waste the remaining years of Curry, Klay, and Green in a Wiggins experiment. So this trade is really one of the riskiest trades for the Warriors when you put everything into context. So yeah, Andrew Wiggins is a Warrior. D'Angelo Russell is on the Timberwolves. But there's so much to Wiggins on the Warriors than what meets the eye. But what do you think? Will Wiggins become an all-star? Will the Warriors get to the NBA Finals in the next 2 years? Drop a like for D'Lo getting reunited with Towns and Booker's sadness. Free Book, man. Yeah, I made a TikTok on this, and if you're still here, you a real one, so comment WIG so I know. The Instagram shout of the day goes to Joseph, and the all-day notification shout goes to my boy and day 1, Armand. Thanks for the all-day support. Make sure to bell for all your notifications, and if you're not a sub, hit the subscribe button, join the all-day community for more fire content, all-day support. It's your boy MJ. We out.